In your hand, you hold Dick Mullen and the cover, the tagline, needless to say.
Are you really reading that, detective? Good luck.
The point is for the reader to the story is an extremely unprofessional and hurtful. Too desperate.
What's the matter?
The lieutenant, they're not shitting. Of course, Mullen didn't do it. That's the whole. De Nerve revealed, not only is the local police captain in on the amphetamine ring, so is the son of a powerful politician. And outward, he would certainly have the motive. A typical, the kid doesn't exactly have Dick Mullen's. Torvald, that said, Torvald, one evening, yes, comfort, well, the man, that's just Dick Mullen's modus operandi. He might bend the rules, but he closes cases like no one else can. As the I love you, always aim for the center of mass. Whatever it is, Mullen never hears the words. A blow to the base of his skull knocks him out cold instantly. Who can you trust in this wicked, messed up world? The lieutenant gives you a quizzical expression in return. When Mullen fleeing across, Dick Mullen won't be the heat. Can you solve the case before the cops close in? What is it, detective? It's a danger. There was never a time. For a moment, from nowhere, you won't find the answers you're looking for. Is it really so evil, detective? Like what? Do you even have those? It's true. But then, what does this book know? It's so, who did it, detective? Who killed Charlie Spillane and Deanna De Nerve? What? Now go. You begin. You try. Dozens of pages scatter across the ground. The last fifth or so.
Ah, yes. The problem was perhaps.
In your hand, you hold 4/5. Why? If the story Spillane, an extremely unprofessional and the lieutenant, they're not Of course, Mullen. Not only is the local police captain in on the amphetamine ring. One evening, yeah, well, that testament, as the I love you, always, whatever it is, who can you trust in this wicked, messed up world? That's, speaking of, your guts, could it, no point in worrying. When Mullen fleeing, Dick Mullen, the heat, and you'll never know what happened. What makes you think this isn't the final Dick Mullen case? How do you know this isn't the final case? This could go. In your hand, you hold 4. Why? There's truly no point. If you the story Spillane, an extremely unprofessional. 2 days late, desperate to clear his name, Mullen manages, of course, and not just secrets. Your secrets are unknown. Even De Nerve revealed, not only is the local police captain in on the amphetamine ring. That said, a tip, the kid, outwardly, he would certainly have the motive. One evening, yes, well, that, as the I love you, always, whatever it is, Mullen never hears. When Mullen fleeing, Dick, the heat, and you'll never know how do you, this could go. In your hand, you hold 4/5 of Dick. Why? If the Spillane, and secrets are the your secret. De Nerve reveals that not only is the local police captain the kid doesn't exact outwardly, he would certainly have the motive. And one evening, yes, well, that, as the two, I love you, always, and whatever it is, in your hand, you hold. It's getting late.
Good night, officer.
The waves are beginning to die down. Look at those little bastards. Simmer down. The waves are beginning to die down. Look at those little bastards. Simmer down. Simmer down, bastards.
You think she really needs more of that after a... What if I told you it is actually possible to go on a date sober? Before recorded history, men and women were able...
I have, and I don't really. Just a walk? I don't know, officer. I would not have taken you for an innocent perambulator. Where would this walk take us, officer? All right, I will walk with you. But you need to understand that nothing is going to happen. We're just walking. Me too. It's been ages since I just had a normal conversation with one of you guys.
She means men.
All right, I'll go put the kids to bed and we'll meet at Land's End in...
She doesn't wait for an answer. You better get ready. The old woman still sits in her chair. The buzz of electric light.
Yes, I can't really sleep anymore. Only a few hours a night. It happens. My suggestion is, don't go any older than you already.
The pockets of these new jeans are perfect for sticking your hand into. Makes you look cool, calm, and collected. As your hand enters the pocket, your fingers brush against something. Hey, it's a chewing gum wrapper. It reminds you of the fruity juice of apricots. You should inspect it closer if you have time. Crinkled chewing gum wrapper. The worn label reads, Tutti Frutti. It smells faintly of apricots with a barely noticeable twinge of cinnamon. Good question. There is no answer or secret phrase written on the inside, drawn by regret. Stop before you hurt yourself. You carefully fold the wrapper. gazes steadily at the waves. A sudden gust picks up her dark hair and lets it fall again, tousled, wild. She brushes a few stray locks.
Aye, so here you are. It's late and the sun is going down. It'll be dark soon. If we stay here long enough, we will be joined by a cortege of drunk... Know that you're not the first guy to bring a girl to Land's End. This is what the locals call a make-out spot. That is not going to happen here today. I just want to make that clear, Dimples.
Her thoughts are still elsewhere, with distances across the water, and with the water itself. Across the rusty water, that's La Delta, the financial district. In the mist-covered distance, towers rise as a rebuke to the poverty of this coast.
Drinking men aren't known for keeping their appointments. The world? Those big words men like to throw around as though they had weight. Let's just admire this piece of the world we happen to have in front of us, eh?
As she turns to face the sun, reflected in the waves, and the skyscrapers rising across the bay, you should say something. Anything. Maybe the tequila sunset thing. The remains of the dying sun are reflected in the waves and the skyscrapers rising across the bay. Your mind clears for a moment as your senses take it all in. Not just the glass skyscrapers, fragile looking.
Isn't it strange for this all-powerful thing, the sun, to be so generous towards us? You know, the best time to go out fishing is usually towards sunset.
The sun also falls on the Capeside tenements and war-torn ruins. An old sea fortress juts out, seemingly impervious to the sheen cast. The sun does little for the dead, and those hopelessly lost in their own minds, or people living in desert climates with sparse vegetation and little drinking water.
Oh, that was a bit of pride and a bit of super...
And a bit of conceptual unity too, it being yellow and all.
Now you're just nitpicking. But I concede. Maybe desert people sometimes disagree.
There's salt in the air, and the cries of the gulls and the skuas. Grit of the sand and the green glint.
It's bringing us spring, summer. It's entirely on our side, no matter what we do or who we are, for absolutely no reason. It's unlike no other powerful being, certainly no powerful organization or government, How can that be? I guess we wouldn't really be here if that thing wasn't on our team.
Maybe some general remarks before you say something big. Work your way up to the cool. These aren't real fishhooks, silly. They're earrings shaped to look like fishhooks. A drunk called Rosemary brought them to you. The wind ruffles her hair as she looks at the setting sun.
Thank you. I'm half Ubi. My mother was from Ubi Sunt. Not a lot of sun there, I hear.
The wind ruffles her hair as she looks at the setting sun.
I always do. I like it. It's like...
The wind ruffles her hair as she looks at the setting sun. Here we go. 2 different approaches to cap this off with style.
Aye. And a benevolent one. When did you last have one of those on your side? Well, now you have that giant thing to watch over you. So, to help, the wind's going to pick up soon, and I have to go, but... Have this. The sun's good, but it doesn't stick things. I've no use for it anymore. Doubt it. But thank you for the company.
This is as far as it goes with her. You'd need to put a year between you and your last drink for anything more.
No. Men around here are too drunk to pose a threat to me. Farewell.
As she walks off, the wind picks up, and the light from the sun seems to fade. the crumbling silhouette of failed electrical R&D towers in the distance, beckoning. It's getting late. The bed is comforting, if a bit run down. Still, you've earned a rest. The bed underneath you is soft, if lumpy.
Like a deftly cast fishing net, sleep pulls you out of the world and into its dark shore. The rough mesh.
How have things been going for you out there? Helped?
This bastard isn't even...
Because you know you are a murderer. A disc...
Hear that? You and I is much, much worse than that.
We're trying to help you. All these processes, these tortures, voices and
The last dream will be total annihilation. Cinders peeling off the fuselage. We won't be there to help you anymore, Harry. We will be dormant. You will be naked and alone.
Oh, but you will. You're already got of hell. An ancient sadness, brother. 10,000.
Everything is so okay. Your island.
The last thought.
I see you haven't left our little Martinez yet. Still running around. Like, aye, but don't let it grow too much. This is not the place to settle down. I'll just keep the corda lacey in the channel, if that's okay. Yes, aye, ma'am. And it's a jetty by... Of course. Jetty. I prefer a good jetty to a... Hello, detectives. It's good to see you here.
What brings you here?
Nothing, really. I've had my eye on this jetty for weeks now, so I decided to investigate.
That. And she's also keeping an eye on you.
How do I like it?
Water drips down eaves of Eternite. The jetty below her feet creaks.
It's...
Fortunately for you, madame.
All right. Politics. Real men. Real politics. Real thoughts in your head.
Oh, I'm not frightened, officer. Have I told you how they discovered this place? No, they're in Sealindian, Isla. Well, your condition has left you no worse off than most of these people. The literacy rate is around 45% west of the river. 50 years of occupation have left these people in an oblivion of poverty. It's a pity. Most of these people will never know what this place means. This island of matter. Remind me to tell you one day. For now, how can I assist you in this new location? Of course. I hear you have singled out... You're back. Good. What can I help you with? Aye, the sea's gonna calm down soon. I can feel it. Oh? Who? Okay. When did this person stay here? Oh. I've been out on the sea for most of the past week. The weather's been good for fishing, so... Yes, that's the optimal time. Got to make the most of the calm. I've been sleeping like a corpse after. The sea really takes its toll. Sorry I couldn't help you out. Maybe I can help you find someone else. Well, how can I assist you then, officer?
Our tenant, the policeman. Nay, I haven't seen anyone lately. This is my little cinder block town.
She's being evasive.
There was a murder in Martinez. She might be a suspect.
Would you now? I know how this world works, and it doesn't work when people tell on each other. Ah, I should have known. This is yet another union mess. I'm not afraid of them, you know. We are not in the habit of being afraid around here. There's not much to tell. People come and go. Now, was there some...
I see, ma'am. I hope you don't mind if we look around anyway.
You should look around your shack. Maybe she's rented it out to others too. As you look at the floorboards in this corner of the shack, it's the edge of a floorboard next to it. Hollow space underneath the floorboards. Nothing particular catches your eye. Looks like more something bad. You stick your hand in, and a small cylindrical object You pull it out. A 9mm bullet, to be exact. Fit for the floorboard doesn't care. But maybe the washerwoman does. It's extra ammunition. She's locked and loaded, ready to fight some. Holding the bullet, you get the feeling this isn't ammunition against you. It's for herself.
Our tenant, the policeman. I hope the waves don't keep you up at night. What can I help you with? Damn that girl.
And without anger, a long and harsh life has taught her.
But you didn't put it there, did you? She did.
Gone and hid things in there? She's usually a good tenant, and not a stupid one either. Yes, I let my room to that Ruby girl. As I've done before when she's been in trouble or just looking for solitude. I've made it clear. She came last Friday, left on Monday in a hurry. What has she gotten herself into?
She seems genuinely worried about her previous tenant. She's seen her hiding out from trouble before.
That's for the police to find out. Right then, please answer each question to the best of your ability. I'm sure we have a few.
Yes, early with the dogs. Around, I cleaned it, like I always do. No. She's good company. Knows how to talk to an old woman. At my age, you don't get a lot of quality.
This Ruby is an old lady whisperer. She knows how to work the village elder, unlike you.
Did she talk to you much during her last stay?
No, she was mostly silent this time. She tried not to let it show, but I could tell she hadn't come to fish.
She wanted to talk to her, as they usually do, but she was brooding.
How would I know? She's a gruff one, but not violent.
You could ask her about your hunch, that it was a desperate measure. See if she...
I do tell. Exit from what?
The lieutenant stops writing for a moment.
No, she's a fighter. Nothing of the sort. Sure, she was no stranger to the bottle. She fit in that way. But I only knew her...
The sun sets for
She isn't what you'd call a drunk. Even offered me some from time to time. Said it was part of the communal life. But I never saw her lose control of herself, the way some people do. Not that I know of, though she was into nice music. She once showed me a few mixtape milieux she'd made. Although I guess she was pretty handy with the mechanical and technical stuff. Even fixed the heater in the shack. You should... I don't know. Further up the coast, she tried to leave quietly, but the hinges on that door screeched.
It's a peninsula. She might...
You'll never find her, you know. She knows the coast like the back of her hand. You only just arrived.
I wouldn't worry about that, ma'am. We are persistent.
Yes, it's going to be too much work for you to find her. Better for you to stay here, get a nice cozy fire going in the heater.
The failed electric mural. You feel like you should go look at it again. Step closer this time.
What more do you want to know about that poor girl? I don't.
It's a...
You'll never...
I wouldn't worry about that, ma'am.
Are you sure you would rather stay here? Get a nice cozy fire going in the heater?
The failed electric mural. You feel like you should go look at it again.
One thing, officer. If you do find her, please go eat.
She really means it. It's an honest plea.
She's a good girl. Whatever she's gotten herself mixed up.
The remaining windows rattle from a strong gust of wind. They're covered in a thick layer of grime. They must have been like this for 40 years.
No. I won't even try. I had a partner once. They called him Eyes, because he had to show me things. It's that bad.
This partner of his, Eyes, things didn't end.
Well enough, actually. It's odd how that works. I'm no sharpshooter, but I passed my shooting courses 7 out of...
His hands lead the way when it comes to that. You see, a once bright, above the mural, a collapsed roof, broken windows set in walls that are cracking and will soon also fall. Failed electrical. How ironic. There's something in the wind.
In there? She could. Or she could be in the identical room over there, or in that boat shack.
Why single out this one building?
Is this about the questions again? I don't really know anything. I mean, uh-huh.
A small cabinet on the wall is filled with various medicine bottles, nasal sprays, and blister packs. They all bear the Saint-Baptiste Pharmaceutics logo.
Okay, here. I hope Saint Baptiste. Okay, here. I hope Saint Baptiste makes you feel better or something. Okay, here. I hope Saint Baptiste. Okay, here. I hope Saint. Okay, here. I hope Saint Baptiste makes you feel better or something. Okay, here. I hope Saint Baptiste makes you feel better or something. Okay, here. I hope Saint Baptiste makes you feel better or something. I don't know. Let's see. Nosafed. I don't no. Sorry. I'm not like a doctor or anything.
Nosafed heals +1 health.
Well, hello. Someone seems to have found himself a bottle of alcohol. Here's where the magic... Oh, no, you don't. Light? Wow. The gods of mass production have made this alcohol... Fine. Yes, not all.
You've passed up your...
Holding the gun feels natural and satisfying. Holding the gun feels natural and satisfying. The once bright mural towers above you, saying, Feld Electrical, R&D. Tomorrow is just a whisper away. Holding the gun feels natural and satisfying. It reminds you of the day she...
Hello, officer?
Yes, we demand she be punished for deceiving us. She nods, then nervously pulls on her cigarette.
Okay. There was a
That anyone...
What time?
Thursday night.
It checks out.
She stands before you. She slowly lights another cigarette.
Okay. Last I did. After that, I sort of, transitioned out.
She nods, silently. This orange machine is buzzing like an old submarine. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner on top and an electric freezer that appears to be frozen shut.
Good to see you, friend. Do I have deals set up for you, buddy boy?
Does he actually know you? Or is he just shopkeep friendly?
So what do you want? I got smokes. They're cheap. Very cheap. I got Pilsner. Great deal. You won't get a better deal on that piss. Spirits I can let go for 300 real. I also have speed. And by speed, I mean amphetamine. In the civil...
Hey, tequila! Good to see you. How's business? How's the whole reality situation treating you? So what's happening? Yeah, Tequila Sunset.
He says it like it's obviously your name. Like you call someone Billy Brunel or leader of the 4th Street. Good. These people know your true name. Looks like it has preceded you, Mr. Sunset. More on that later.
I know what you mean. Sitting around with these bums, you really get to... Things aren't going super well for idiot Doom.
This guy's your buddy. You feel it immediately. You belong to idiot Doom Spiral, huh?
Can't really remember seeing...
It's a touchy topic. He hasn't got laid in 8. He really has no idea who this Ruby is, sire.
We are saving the world. Please! Okay, we're so now it's a pirate's life. Oh, do I? Of course. Don't you? Maybe. You look like you want to know how Tequila...
Tequila Sunset. Something ominous there.
Let me take a sip to moisten up my chords. Hey, let's not jump ahead of ourselves. This is your... You got here on Friday to solve... Word on the street is you went around the local hostel telling people that you're a police officer, and that it would be really fucked up if you shot yourself in the head.
It is. The lieutenant's brow is furrowed. He's listening as casually as he can.
It was a late Saturday night when one moment we hear...
Do you remember the sound of wood cracking?
Naturally, loud noises pique the interest of anybody owning a pair of ears. That's just the reality we're in. Anyway, there was a brief silence. A gasp of silence. Sounded like someone jumped the canal. We grabbed our brewskis and rushed to the jet. What we saw was the time! So, naturally, being the curious cat I am, I asked what time hath come. To which, the time hath come for tequila sunset, the end of all things. After which, your reality contracted. You jammed the pedal. We ran towards the ice, whilst you crawled your way out. When we finally got there, you were sitting on the beach crying. You said that your badge and uniform were in the car. It was recognizing a brother in need. We offered our condolences. We asked about the whole tequila sunset thing, and you told us it was your name now, and insisted that we all call you that from then on. I'm not sure. I think you... No, that's just what your mother called you. Your real name... Ours. It was an all-night drink. How they're beautiful and also whores and so on. How one of them...
Wow.
Yeah, I bet tequila's a fucking legend around the precinct. You must be proud to work...
If you only knew.
You were pretty vague about it, but...
Please, don't open that door.
No one's fucked me. Oh, Abigail.
It seemed pretty painful, to be honest with you. If I had to guess, I'd say you're still working through... Beside your gun and your badge, you said something about your hope, or... In retrospect, I guess you lost your motor carriage, too? That's a big one. Yeah, you said it was no biggie and that you'd solve it in no...
A lot of cops go solo and hermit once they reach that level.
It's not meant as a joke. He's sorry for the hermit cop.
Yeah, you kept talking about how the coal mine owners were fucking us all over. I didn't agree with you, by the way. The spectral hand of the market makes sure everyone gets exactly what they deserve. You also kept pausing to knock the heat. It's a hard thing for a man to confront his past. That's why I avoid mine at all costs. Whoop-de-doo. So now I'm a fucking storyteller. Right. Why not? Better...
Is what you almost say. But the words choke in your throat. Do you really want to miss out on all this good stuff? Perhaps there might be interesting details, fresh experiences. Exactly. So you know what to say.
It depends, really. Boo! So, have you got anything for good old idiot Doom Spiral? A bottle for a story. See? Classy.
Hey, Spiral Boy, you gonna
Don't call Abigail.
Shut up, guys. I'm telling a story here. Something happened. I was once a reason... I used the profits from my agency to finance what I called... I developed the paradigm, worked within the paradigm. But the bird... 22 full-time employees, and all stuff... It did. With my trusty Sansarique tracksuit. But now, one day I left on my evening run. As you may know, it's impossible to clear your head when you're distracted.
His eyes are clouded. His dilated blood vessels encircling him. His eyes are...
So I removed the key ring and put the keys for the front gate and the apartment into different... I was halfway done with my usual lap when it started to rain. It was a day not unlike this one here. I made my way back home and discovered that I didn't have the key to the front gate. Naturally, the situation required me to climb over the gate, which I did. Reality was looking rather grim just then. So I made my way across the yard. Standing in front of my apartment door, fumbling with my pockets, I realized that I wish I were Tequila. I rang my neighbor's buzzers. People are naturally wary of ad men, you see. One moment someone chats you up, 5 minutes later you've bought a box of edible lingerie and a strap-on. I don't begrudge them, especially...
Heavy is the head.
Just then, I experienced a moment of clarity. But when I Anyway, long story short, life spiraled out of control. I haven't gotten into my apartment for years, and So, now you've heard my tragic tale. What do you think? Like nothing you've ever heard, huh? This would explain a lot. I always believed it wasn't my... God bless them, though. I'd be alone without them. Anyway, that was all the story one bottle gets you. Almost empty, this... Good fucking quest... I used to own my... Now I can't have...
You of all people should empathize with this.
My agency. Man. The Boom Boom Room. I convinced my partners to reinvest some of our profits in an even more high concept. I was financing a group of poets in East Revachol who were developing a new universal poetic language. But then it all went to shit. Well, you know, sex sells. That's the first rule of advertising. That's what's so cool about advertising. It's kind of like art, except you can also get fucking rich, dude. What? You've never seen 100%? Pretty nice, huh? This might be...
Good God. It's nearly impossible to describe how dirty this texture is. It's like rubbing two jellyfish, randomized try, and then there's the smell.
Wow, you're laughing.
That's because your paws are fucking... Tequila, it's a verifiable tragedy. It was practically brand new. Say, you're a detective, right? Maybe you can... If I knew where I lost it, don't you think I'd have it? I mean, somewhere north of here, that's for sure. You could ask around, see if anyone's seen it. I'm all ears, Tequila. You too, Tequila.
The sea's gonna calm down soon, I can feel it. Remarkable. That one already lost everything. It's a good thing, too, that he has an actual police officer looking for it.
That's odd. Is she actually impressed?
That's sweet of you. It really is. I check around the abandoned fish market on the boardwalk. Drunk.
A phenomenon that the spectral hand theory of the market.
If one of them lost something, that's as good a place to start looking as any. Remark? It's a good...
That's odd. Is she actually impressed?
Aye. We all...
A gush of sadness suddenly washes over.
Anyway...
Someone has left an unidentifiable article of clothing on the cloth. If you can, it's streaked with dried seagull shit and tangled with pieces.
Please tell me you're not taking that with you. I'm sure he'll be thrilled to have it returned.
Tequila sunset. Ah, tequila. Let me see. What? This isn't my jacket. My jacket was beautiful. I'm not taking it. Either bring it back the way it was before.
You know, despite the guano, it looked...
Our tenant, the policeman. I hope the waves don't keep... I can wash it for you. But it's going to take about...
Hell yeah.
I could use a breather before another...
Well, hand it over then. And I must say, I'm proud of this one. It's pretty nice under...
Tequila sunset. My jacket?
A look of consternation crosses the man's face.
What the fuck are you talking about, Tequila? Rosemary, what the fuck is Tequila?
Aye, that's the jacket you stole 2 weeks ago. From the kid who was making it with his gal on the beach.
That's disgusting. I've never done anything like that in my life. You're both delusional.
It becomes abundantly clear to you how this man managed to lose his keys, business, friends, and girlfriend. I'm calling it. It's neurological.
That shit is so medium concept, I wouldn't touch it with a stick.
It's an okay jacket, if you are into that. Okay, let's step aside for a second. I've been meaning to have a little chat with you about your sense of style. I'm glad you finally started dressing a little more like an officer of the RCM. Keep it.
Your half-brother is proud to stand beside you.
Officers above the rank of sergeant are granted wide discretion when it comes to their uniform. The idea is that civilians are more likely to open up to someone who's not dressed like a typical cop. You know the expression, the clothes make the man? The right outfit in the right situation can make all the difference in the world. Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
A warm smile.
Anyway, we should probably get back to the case.
The once bright mural towers above you, saying, Feld Electrical, R&D. Tomorrow is just a whisper away. around you. Rain falls on the great city of rivers. The spring thaw, looking up at the sky. Cold water, grey sky like humid. Your the ruin, the sky. Will you ever go there? No, the skies. Will you ever go there? Your hair sticks to your forehead, cold and wet. Your hair is an oily mess flecked with ash.
This rain will not let up anytime soon. At least we are dressed for it. Let's keep moving.
This orange machine is buzzing like an old submarine. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner on top and an electric freezer that appears to be frozen shut. This orange machine is buzzing like an old submarine. It has a hand crank turning the crank. It's all gone now. You'll never become a poet or an entrepreneur. This orange machine is buzzing like an old submarine. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner on top. Ice squeaks beneath your Kavalzun multi-tool, but your finger...
Yes, what is it? What? No.
She has not seen her, sire. 'Tis true.
Do I look like...
If you want her help, maybe you should help her first.
Yes? Oh, God.
Basement.
And no. We clear?
This is clearly a painful topic for her.
Thanks.
This orange machine is buzzing like you slip your fingers.
Didn't so now.
Equip the multi...
This orange machine is buzzing like an old submarine. It has a This orange machine is buzzing like an old submarine. It has a hand-cranked ice cream chip. Two cables are plugged, an electric scissor, something close.
Very smart. Opening the lid should be...
This orange machine is dead still. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner and an electric freezer. The ice around it slowly melting. Ice squeaks beneath your Kavalzun multi-tool, but your fingers slip away from the tool. The lid shutters tightly as before. And it's already unplugged. There's not much else to do other than wait for it to defrost or bulk up and get stronger. Turning the crank is all gone now. You'll never become a poet or an entrepreneur.
Oh, it's you again. Are you looking for a die? Of course. Tell me what you have in mind. Ah, yes, Fortress accident. It's too bad they never finished their game. The Wiro Untethered die is a variation of a standard role-playing die. Only, instead of plants, it uses motifs of
ice, death, loss.
I'm thinking something made from alligator jawbone, cast in black resin. The reptile bone is as white as ice and dead as, well, death. For 7 real, I could have it ready in 8 hours. Great, see you in 8 hours then. Was there anything else?
Hello. Sure, let me have a look. I'm not purchased. Alright, let's see it. Oh, no. Besides, this gear costs a fortune. More than sure. What else have you got? Anything else you're thinking of selling? Another time, perhaps.
Hello. What can I do for you? I'm afraid.
The lieutenant takes a short note in his notebook. Then,
Well, they may not look impressive, but Lena designed... Yes.
more than some,
Simple. At least, that's the intent. Locusts.
inside the traps, a number of locusts.
They'll work, I assure...
The traps do seem to be deftly and thoughtfully.
Yes. What? I didn't expect you to take such an... Yes, indeed. There are 4 in total. Another... The third is set near the canal, where you crossed. But you should check at least one of those...
That seems like a lot. Do we really have time for this? extracurricular venture? I have a feeling the only people foolish enough to spend their time...
Bring it to me at once. Just make sure the trap is closed tight. That's hot.
It's made of musk and research chemicals. The pheromone should attract the insect to you, or at least prevent it from bolting at the sight of you. It's quite potent. Will last you about a week.
This is the smell of dying reeds.
I hope you're not buying this. It
is precious. A single dose cost me 50.
Right. Which means you two can pack up and go back to...
Whatever he thinks of...
Finally!
Thank you for your help. Gary and I will start breaking down camp. If you have...
If it's more but what if the information is... There's a trap in the reeds at your feet. Looks like the same one you saw Morel set before. Same mesh, same wiring. The reeds shake sadly in the coastal breeze. Snow specks the stalk. The wind picks up here, near the cape's end, surrounding the narrow strip of land from 3 cardinal directions. Locusts are crawling around in the trap, confused but uneaten. You see no carnivorous reed phasmid. Good.
Big surprise. Anyway, 1 down, 3 to go. Surely. Anyway, the air is nice and fresh here.
The reeds shake. The wind picks up here, near. Nothing has changed. A metal payphone under a yellow plastic. You hear the tone. The machine is inoperable. Calling. Still, this feels wrong. End of tone.
Pierre, is that you, Pierre? So nice of you to find the time to call me. It gets so lonely. Even the animals have died. Are you sure you're Pierre? Your voice.
Her voice is drowned in white noise. You get a sinking feeling. It makes you look if Lieutenant Kitsuragi overheard you. To Yuri. familiar apparatus lie. The reeds, the constant. This trap is also full of panicked locusts. No sign of any crypto.
Another empty trap. Always up for a good...
The reeds bend. The constant. This trap's not too hard to spot. Behind you. When this nothing but locusts in this trap as well.
Empty as all of them. One more of these and we're done. I'm just glad we haven't found some poor cat trapped in one of the...
Behind you. When this This is the last of the traps. The reeds by the abandoned campsite sway and tremble. It's good the cryptozoologists left. This isn't a very... The later it gets, the trap feels light and silent. No locust. No phasmid either, but still. Your voice echoes on the coast. Carried.
Well, the bait worked on something. This doesn't mean it was a reed monster, though. Unless you see one in there?
The netting is a little untidy. Messier than the others. Like someone or something picked the trap up and shook it before dropping it back down on the ground.
Perhaps our cryptozoologists have competition in the form of an actual entomologist, or someone else is sabotaging them. I could present more theories, but then I would be taking this on as a case, which I'm not. Okay, but after that we get back to our own assignments. We've done a thorough search.
A cold gust of air.
Oh, sweetie, I don't even know how to thank you for finding my husband and helping him out. I hope we haven't been too much trouble for you.
I knew it.
I'm not surprised. It's already...
Well, In that case, sweetie, let me give you a small token of my gratitude. It's a tie.
The little silvery knob holding the tie together feels warm in your hand. It's in the shape of an avian skull with 8 eyes.
I couldn't possibly shower thanks on you as enthusiastically as my wife has, but I am grateful for your assistance, officer.
He tries to play it cool, remain professorial, but inside, this man is itching for some news on those traps.
Good. Okay. And? Completely empty?
No locusts?
That's not ideal, but I definitely left that one stopped.
Right from the campsite? Just means the Insular Indian.
Of course, more clever.
You're dealing with a subject near and dear to their hearts. It might be...
Yes, the Phantasmadeia picked off the locusts and escaped. This is good news, though we'll have to
Another trip to the Reeds.
Of course. Be sarcastic. Unless you have an alternative hypothesis. Actually, no. Excuse me for getting emotional. This is a big deal for us. You've helped us twice now.
Heartfelt gratitude. But does it feel like some kind of foul play might be afoot?
Thank you, it's an honor. We should probably return to our main investigation here.
Helping cryptozoologists isn't really a priority for our organization, is it? The lieutenant looks out the window, impatiently. Consider the way the empty trap was disturbed, as though shaken. Most likely the hands of a young person. Hands small in... You should ask the red-headed boy, Kuno.
A little hooligan? But what would a child...
Oh, my dear Morel. You've been an old man for too long. Kids love to torment insects almost as much as they love to torment...
Delinquents. My favorite.
Oh, you've been such a dear to us. Please, let us know whatever you...
Well, I see you've got all the help you need. I'll see you tonight at my place. Let's play suzerainty, but no more...
After this is your last chance to talk to Gary.
Really, Gary? We're getting somewhere here.
Lena, I'm sorry, but you're not getting anywhere. It was some kids. Morel, it's been fun. Really. But I need a bath, and I have deliveries to...
No need to apologize, Gary. You'd be more than helpful.
He keeps the language unemotional. The first man to break formation is always a...
Does Kuno care? No, Kuno doesn't give a fuck about books.
So he knows locusts are bugs.
Oh my god, I told you that shit is lame!
Shut up, see.
Now they're gonna take you to Lane prison!
She She sounds like she's about to cry, out of disappointment at Kuno's newfound lameness.
Deny everything, Kuno. You need to look.
Kuno's not going to say anything without his lawyer present.
There's definitely something going on here. Remember his pig's head shack? You should check it out.
Kuno doesn't fucking care. Fuck does Kuno care? The fuck do you want with it? Oh, that? Kuno decapitates pigs. That's just a Kuno demo tape.
What?
What is this shit? Fucking on yourself. This is weird level shit. Kuno doesn't go there.
Fuck you, shit!
Well played. No one saw that coming.
Good call, Pigmeister. Don't come and talk to Kuno about his kingdom. The fuck about it? You're
Get lost!
The fuck do you want with it? Oh, that? Kuno decapitates pigs. That's just a Kuno demo tape. Yeah, to the both of you. Oh, that? Kuno...
What?
Fuck you, shit back!
Well played. No one saw that coming.
Good call, Pigmeister. Don't come and talk to Kuno about his kingdom. Yeah? The kingdom of Kuno? The fuck do you want with it? Yeah, whatever. Kuno does...
All around you, the hisses and chirps of locusts fill the musky air. The earthen floor of the shack has been shaped into mounds of mud, dotted like skyscrapers, spires of dirt and sand rising.
Well, detective, it appears you've solved the case of the locusts. For the missing locust case, which is a sub-case of the imaginary insect case. So at least that's going well. Yes, I feel we are nearing a real breakthrough. If anything, the presence of the locust points to the opposite. The Phasmid did not take the bait from the traps. It was Kuno. But what do I know? I'll let you handle the Kuno side of things. You are doing...
Fuck does Kuno care? Yeah. Kuno took the bug.
So it wasn't the Phasmid. A wave of disappointment washes over you.
They're not pets. Don't you know what locusts are? When they come out of the fucking sky.
Stop!
You stop. It's like they're fucking night. Locust City, night.
There's a tug of war over the name of his fantastical city. It's almost too big. The girl forces herself to watch again, the corners of her eyes twitching from discomfort.
Kuno, the pig wants to help you. Oh, that's how lame it is.
An artist? Maybe I am an artist. You hear that every...
Did he just say I? Kuno usually calls Kuno, Kuno.
Oh my God, Kuno! He's gonna make you totally lame in, like...
Yo, fuck you, see? Kuno can be what Kuno wants to be. Kuno's his own man. Kuno's free. Kuno made himself into Kuno. Kuno can make himself into anything.
Oh, don't make yourself into a pig, Kuno. You'll have to take me away.
So that's what this is about.
I don't believe you.
For once, the boy is lost for words. He turns completely red now. Use this momentary confusion to take control of the situation.
I don't give a shit. I don't need the locusts anyway. Shit is all lame now.
The girl's face appears again, above the fence, just long enough to make eye contact with Kuno.
The fuck are they trying to catch anyway? With the traps?
He recognizes the name.
Bitches think Kuno doesn't know shit. The fuck out of here. Kuno's tired of this shit.
There's silence between the two children.
Hello, officer. I think I almost have it. A new trap design. So it was just a child.
Thank you for telling us, sweetie. This is good news, right?
Something is secretly gnawing at her confidence. It's not this Kuno.
Yeah, you're right. We just need to restock the empty trap. Then we'll need to
He has a 38-degree fever.
Darling, I told you to take it easy. You're getting sick.
You're right, you're right. We can come back next season.
There won't be a next season. Not for this. Find a phasmid or admit defeat, people.
Of course, sweetie. You've helped us so much already. Everyone would understand if you...
We are getting really carried away with this, aren't we? Fine. It's better than having these people get pneumonia on the coast.
Really? It's too much, officer.
What Morel means is we're grateful for your help.
Here's a fresh scratch of locust. They should slide right down the funnel. And thank you again. We were definitely meant...
Wow. Co-discovery. You'd be famous. This would show them all. We need to get you on that list of discoverers. The trap stands empty near the locusts, dazed. They're not really going to get the chance to get...
Good. Now that's done. When do you think we will return to our impending apocalypse? Don't answer that. It was a rhetorical question.
He doesn't want to. But if there is one more cryptozoological runaround, he must.
Hello, dear. Thank you for doing that, dear.
Her smile is wary. Earlier, ebullient.
Morel still isn't feeling well. I convinced him to stay at Gary's to get some rest. I'm sorry, dear. You've had to drudge through them so many times. Morel will eventually, or we'll talk Gary into going.
The lieutenant stares at his shoe, caked in mud. He doesn't say anything.
That really is too much, sweetie. Thank you for your dedication.
Very strange. Why is she not letting you do this? It's like she's given up.
Different? How? I'm in doubt, sweetie. That it's a strange feeling.
And when a police officer asks,
do you ever wonder if some lovely story from your childhood is just that?
hunching her shoulders now. She seems even smaller than she is.
Seeing the Insulindian phasmid was just a story I used to tell people. I didn't really think he's so proud of it. He always tells everyone.
A terrible sting in the heart. Regret.
No, at least I don't think I did, but Morell was so eager to believe my story was evidence of that I'm some queen of the cryptozoologists. That, and for you.
That I am a queen? An extraordinary.
But now, we're both getting old, and he's still working himself sick out in those reeds looking for it.
The lieutenant opens his notebook, but doesn't write anything. An acorn is not the same as the tree. That requires time, diligence, and care.
But it is. We've spent years searching for the phasmid, hunting it together. Without it, if I hadn't led him down this path, he could have a steady job lecturing at a university. Oh, of course it counts for something. But we've had our hard time. I was a paraplegic before we met. He didn't know before I arrived.
She has to swallow to relax her throat. It's keeping her from talking.
It's not easy. I've wasted enough of your time with this drama. What you have to know is the Insulindian phasmid probably does.
Are there? Some of the other things are pretty bad.
Yes, I should go now. Poor Morell is running a fever. I need to get him home to Jamrock before we overstay our welcome with Gary. Oh no, thank you, but I can get there on my own. This old thing is gas-powered. And then a taxi home. It's not so bad. Likewise, sweetie. Thank you for everything. Truly. Even though it turned out to be a
waste of time. A dream. Like that, she drives off. The gas engine sputters quietly as she gets to the doors, then pushes them open. Outside,
we should go to.
Somewhere out there, a kilometer to the southeast, a gust of wind shakes the felled building, rattling dusty windows. The once bright mural towers above you, saying, Feld Electrical, R&D. Tomorrow is just a whisper away. In your hand, you hold. Why? If you spill of not a typical privileged twat. The kid doesn't exactly have Torvald. That's outwardly. He would certainly have the motive and the means. But one, yes. Well, the man. That's just it. As the two. I love you. Always. Whatever it is. Mullen never hears the words. When Mullen trash, fleeing a Dick Mullen, the heat, and you'll never know. What makes you think this isn't? How do you? In your hand, you hold. Why? In your hand. Why? If you, the story of Spillane, an extreme 2 days, desperate to.
What's
the lieutenant? They're not shitting you. Of course, Mullen didn't do it. That's the whole. And secrets. Your secrets are unknown. Denerve. Not only is the local a typical. The kid, outwardly, he would certainly have the motive and the mean. The kid doesn't exactly have Torvald. That said, outwardly, he would certainly have the motive and one. Yes, well, that, the man, that's just Dick Mullen's. As the, I love you, always, whatever it is, who, the loot, when Mullen comes to, Mullen trash, fleeing a crime, Dick Mullen, the heat is, and you'll never know what happens, because. What makes you think this isn't the final Dick? How do you know? In your hand, you hold 4/5. What? If you, the story, Spillane, an extreme 2 desperate.
What's the matter?
The lieutenant, they're not. Of course, Mullen did not only outwardly that he would certainly have a typical. The kid doesn't exactly a typical. The kid doesn't exactly Torvald. That said, Torvald outward he would certainly have the motive. One even. Yes. Well, that testament, as the I love you, always, whatever it is, in your hand.
Oh, it's you again. Very good. One universal die for Wirral.
It feels icy. Just holding this die in your hand sends This orange machine is dead. This orange machine is dead still. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner and an electric freezer. The ice around it slowly melting. Ice groans and howls under the strain of your giant Kvalsund multi-tool until the lid cracks open. Darkness lies inside, but you gently lift the cube from its frosty bedding. Careful not.
We should take it back to Miss Luukkanen killed as soon as possible. I'm not sure how well an used filament.
Yes, but aren't...
Yes, what is it? Yes? Thanks. Looks like it's the one. Now I'm going to print it out to see what's left of it.
Wait. No. That's dangerous. She shouldn't do it.
I have a theory. Lintel was able to divine the location of the anomaly from this broken copy. I want to repeat. Watch. What an intricate display of failure.
The paper starts filling out with ink, soaking it in a gleaming blackness. Not a single line of data stands out. Sona doesn't reply. Her hands run.
Here! I found it! Hold on. Shh! Just give me a second. I'm almost...
I've never witnessed a programmer work before.
Done. I've got it. I found the location of the anomaly. There, in the swallow. Think you can help me again? I need you to go move those water bolts for me. I need to double-check my calculations. Just walk over to the circle and follow my instructions. Move the... Thanks. What?
She has not seen her, sire. 'Tis true.